Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. Got some more 5.7x28mm to test today. This is a 57 grain all copper expanding round from our friends R&R Weapon Systems. This is a Subsonic line of ammunition designed for both the 5.7 PS90 SBR, PS90, and the new CMMG guard. Let's take a closer look on the table. For this test today we have 3 barrel lengths. The 5.3-inch EFK threaded barrel on the 5.7, the 8-inch Banshee, and the 10.3-inch SBR PS90. It's about maybe 60 degrees outside today, just got done raining. Kind of always ruins my day when it rains. We'll run the Pro Chrono Pal Chrono at approximately 10 and 12 feet, check for bullet stability across all 3 platforms, and then we'll throw a suppressor on there and we'll check them in gel. Up first we'll grab the FN57 that says the 5.3-inch EFK barrel on it. Typically this is what we see the most bullet stability issues on. Also, may have to zoom in at the end for a close-up, but I have the new Eden flat face trigger on here that we're testing out. A lot of new goodies. .977 Air 868 Air 859. Now we'll grab our 8-inch CMMG. This has a 1 in 9 twist barrel as well. .975 1023 1025 1007 1003. And now our 10.3-inch FN PS90 SBR. Typically in our testing we saw velocities the same out of both this and the 8-inch CMMG. .823 .955 .1013 .984 .1044. That's it. Alright, now here's where things get a little tricky. Usually we gain a little bit of velocity with the suppressor on our hosts, and this is where we see some of that bullet instability in the 5.7 specifically, like we have with certain types of 55 grain full metal jackets. So we'll see what these guys do. We'll grab velocities while we're at it as well. Just 3 rounds each. .893 .911 .881. And now for our 8-inch Banshee. This has a 1 in 9 twist barrel like the factory. The threaded end has thread specs for 22. Got a nice wide shoulder on there. .942 .1021 .1024. And now for our PS90 SBR. This has a 10.3-inch barrel on it. .978 .1042 .947. Looks like we have good clean holes from our platform here. The C is the CMMG, the F is the 5.7, and the end marker the SBR. Some of these may look a little iffy because there's previous shots behind the cardboard there, but the bullets aren't striking sideways at 15 yards, which is a good thing. Now granted, this is a small sample size. You should always fire the rounds you intend to suppress unsuppressed to check for stability at various yardages. You know, by 25 yards, if it's not keyholing there, you should be pretty good, but it's always a good thing to check. All right, at about 12 feet, we have a 6x6x16-inch clear ballistics gel block. We have another one behind it in case this exceeds 16 inches of penetration. It shouldn't. We have a Griffin Armament suppressor on here. Wanted to change it up a little bit for this test. We'll take the first shot here. Show them nice and lined up. Velocity 959. Velocity 1020. This one was our second shot. This one was our first. A little bit of neck there, right around 2 inches. Significant wound cavity right there for a subsonic bullet. Settles down a little bit, and you can see the one with more velocity got about maybe 2 inches further. So we're looking right around 11 3/4 for the one, 13.5 for the second one. Beautifully expanded. Now less penetration than the 55 grain full metal jacket, but the wound channel is more significant on these compared to the 55 grain full metal jackets. I'll roll some stills with the macros and the measurements on these, but wow, that's some amazing expansion. Now, these do fit a pretty niche roll. Maybe you need an expanding subsonic round for pest control, or maybe your law enforcement, military that requires some kind of subsonic ammunition for your PS90 SBR or your CMMG or your 5.7 that needs to expand. These would certainly take the cake. Well, there you have it. Good subsonic velocities through all three hosts, suppressed and unsuppressed. No keyholing, again with my small sample lot. You definitely want to check that before you throw your can on there. We had good penetration and expansion out of a subsonic expanding round. On the CMMG, we ran the lightweight buffer and we got lockback on the various rounds that we tested throughout the day. Good function in the 5.7 and the PS90 SBR as well. I'd like to thank R.A.N.G.E Weapon Systems for providing us with ammunition to test, CMMG, my Patreon supporters, and you all for watching. Until next time, catch you at the range.